Hello YouTube, it's Phil. I just wanted to do one really quick comic book haul. I've only got 7 books here to show. This is all stuff that I got about a week ago. I got some of it at one store, some of it at another store, and a couple of books off of a seller on Instagram. The first one that I got is Thor 339. I'd really like to collect the entire Simonson run. And I already have some of it. I have 338 and whichever issue it is that where Thor turns into a frog. Because who can pass that up? 339, of course, is the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill's Hammer Stormbreaker. Um, so, I mean, you could say it's a spec book because it shows up in the latest Avengers movie, but that's a pretty mild spoiler. I don't think it's that big a deal. But, you know, who knows really? I mean, I'd rather just keep it for my personal collection. Anyway, I got it for $3. At the same store, I picked up X-Force 82. This is definitely a spec book because it kind of blew up a little bit. This is the first appearance of Bedlam, who's going to be in the new Deadpool movie. And I can't imagine that the value will really stay very high over a long period of time. Maybe it will. I mean, I guess you never know. But I got it for $2.50, so not really that big a deal. Not much of an investment for me. This one's definitely for my personal collection. This is the Flash number 33. I got this for $3.25. This is the first part of the Bats Out of Hell storyline. One of the Dark Knights Metal crossovers. I've been trying to get every single Dark Knights Metal tie-in, and this was the second to last one that I hadn't been able to find. So I finally found it at this shop, and I was pretty happy about that. All I need now is Dawnbreaker. Alright, next up are a couple of books I got off of Instagram. The rest of these are all Spider-Man books. I got Amazing Spider-Man number 360. This is the first cameo appearance of Cletus Cassidy as Carnage. This is kind of a reader copy. It's not particularly great. It's maybe a, I don't know, fine plus very fine. But it's okay. I mean, I got it for $5. It wasn't hugely expensive. However, I also got Amazing Spider-Man 361, the first full appearance of Carnage. And I'm really happy to have gotten this because when I was a kid, I was collecting, well, I wasn't really collecting Amazing Spider-Man. I was kind of picking it up as it came out. And I got like a whole bunch of issues in the 350s. That entire round robin storyline from what I remember. In fact, I even accidentally bought 2 of those issues without realizing it. And then when that ended, I'd somehow missed 359 and 360, but I knew that Carnage was coming, so I was really looking forward to getting it. And when I got to the store, they, of course, were sold out. So I was so disappointed. I got the second print, but, you know, it's not the same. But now I finally got the first print. I paid $60 for this, which was, I thought, a really good deal because it's very sharp. The spine is solid. The corners are sharp. If there's any problem with it, I would say maybe, I don't know how easy it is to see, but it looks like the book is kind of, I don't know, like the pages are sort of leaning in this direction a little bit. Like maybe there was a slight spine roll and it might have been pressed. I'm not really sure. But it still looks incredibly good. Now this is one that I picked up at the same store that where I got the other issues, the X-Force and the Flash and the Thor issue. Amazing Spider-Man 299. The cameo appearance of Venom. This sort of actually has the same problem as, well, that's not really a problem, but the same appearance as the Carnage issue, where it looks like the pages are kind of like maybe it had a slight spine roll, and this one probably still does. It could probably benefit from a pressing. It's not, I mean, it doesn't look really bad or anything. There's a couple of spine ticks that don't really break color, but the corners are all very sharp. I picked it up for $40, which I thought was a very fair price. And lastly, this is what I picked up at my main comic book store. Amazing Spider-Man 300. And I can't tell you how happy I was to get this book, because I've been wanting it for a long time. It's kind of, I wouldn't go so far as to say a grail, because I tend to think of grails as being pretty much out of reach unless one just happens to fall in your lap at the exact moment you're able to afford it. But I have really wanted this book. It is, of course, the first full appearance of Venom, and it is also the very first slabbed comic that I have ever owned. It is an 8.0, so it's not perfect, but I really don't see a whole lot wrong with it. I just think it looks really nice, and I don't know, I'm not really sure how to display it because I don't have a lot of display room, but the moment I do, it'll have a place of honor. So it's something I'm really happy to have in my personal collection. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. So